Alright, so this video is just going to be basically a how-to guide to find internships or jobs in your area or in businesses that you potentially may have not thought of. Super easy. I've used some of these to get internships I have had and I have now. It's super simple, and let's just get right into it. Alright, so basically I'm at my desk now. So you see the screen. Here's the screen. Let me fix this real quick. Perfect. So first thing that we really need to discuss is, what do you want to shoot? The main thing is you want to take photos of what you like, and this is for if you're doing freelance and it's maybe not enough, you want more money, and you're trying to convince your parents you don't want to get like a regular summer job. Two, maybe you want to do event photography, but it's kind of hard to do that at a younger age, and people like respect it and that kind of thing, so that's kind of hard. But this is also for if you just want to get into photography that you can't do on your own, like doing the event photography or concert photography or taking photos of animals or sports or stuff like that. So figuring out what you want to do with this is extremely important. So once you figure out kind of what you want to do, whether you want to do sports or something like that, you figure that out first, and then you figure out what do you enjoy? What are your hobbies that maybe you'd be interested in that could overlap with that, and kind of figure that out. So we'll go from there, and we'll just get right into it. The first one we're going to look at is a zoo. So we're going to go to open positions. So a lot of these websites have like a careers tab or a jobs tab. You press on that, check it out. So this is one of those big businesses that I'm like referring to. You go on their website, you check it out, try to find a job. It says careers, you look for it. Okay, this is an internship. So this is one of those big businesses that's not exactly hiring like a part-time job or something like that. It's more looking for an internship or interns that are college students or potentially high school students that could potentially work this job. So it's an internship, obviously. It's for the summer. Click on it, for the summer. A lot of these jobs include prerequisites, or at least this one, because it's an internship and they're looking for somebody that can do a job. It's not like a simple skill or something like that. They're looking for somebody that has the photography experience. So a few examples of what you must have is you must be 18 years old. So this is not going to work for a lot of high schoolers. It's only going to work for seniors or college students. The second biggest part of this, it must complete sophomore year of college. So that's kind of hard because a lot of people trying to get these jobs aren't sophomores, or they're high schoolers or freshmen. I'm a freshman going into my sophomore year, so technically I don't have that completion. But since I'm doing photography, they may have not found somebody yet that could potentially work. The better part about this is that they're paying for this job, and it's hourly, and it's part-time. They're allowing you to work. It's flexible. It's awesome. That is a perfect example of what an internship would be for the summer, and this would work perfectly for anybody that is in college and they want an internship and want the experience like that. Okay, so the second thing that we're going to go to is amusement parks. So the zoo was kind of an amusement park, but it was a different kind of thing. So a lot of amusement parks, like Six Flags, Hurricane Harbor kind of thing, all those kind of things, whatever you have in your area, they have photographers taking photos. This may not be the most creative one. You may be just taking the exact same photo every single day and handing people little cards that say, well, this is how you get your photo. And that's okay. If you want to just take photos and do a part-time job instead of cooking food in a kitchen or something like that, and you want to be hands-on with the camera, this is perfect for you. This is absolutely perfect for you. And okay, so this one doesn't exactly say the like what you would be getting paid, but I assume it's above minimum wage. I mean, you're standing out there in the heat, and it's for the summer because that's where most of their work is. You know what I mean? Their job requirements are a lot less like needed experience kind of thing. For internships, this is more literally like a part-time job that you can be taking photos, that kind of thing. So must be 15 years or older. That is perfect. If you're a high schooler and you want to take photos and you just want to be taking photos versus doing another kind of part-time job for the summer, this is perfect. You must be outside and stand for 8 hours. No big deal. If you don't like to do that thing, you don't have to do it. But obviously the job requirements are pretty straightforward. And if you've taken photos for something and you're like, I've taken photos or whatever, they're gonna hire you. Like, this is a perfect way to be taking photos. Okay, so the third thing that we're gonna look for is, this is more for college students wanting to get a job during the semester, or maybe even the summer. The summer works also, but this is more for like a semester thing. That could be either an internship or a part-time job kind of thing. So this, I'm on the athletics website. So if you want to take photos of sports, a really good, easy way is to get a job with the sports department. So job openings, you apply to it. So a few of them are communications and digital media. Digital media is referring to photography. If you want to take photos for the football team, say my football team went to the playoffs this year. I wanted to go to that playoff game. I went to it because I'm in band, but if I wanted to go to it as a photographer, this is a perfect way. If your favorite sport is golf, you can take photos of golf. That is super easy, and you can do both photography and videography. So if you want to do both, this is something that is perfect to apply to. So this is more for the college students, but going into working for your school kind of thing. Journalism. If you want to do yearbook and you want to do journalism type photography, you want to take photos of sports and get into that, yearbook is a way. I did yearbook my senior way just for fun. I was like, hey, do you want me to take photos? And they were like, yes, sure, take photos. I got, I don't know, maybe 20 photos in the yearbook. I didn't take that many photos, but when I did, they worked. They're perfect. So that is a great way. It may not be paid, obviously, but if you're wanting to take photos of sports and you want that experience of taking photos of sports and you want to get the stuff to be able to go onto the field and take photos for that, I mean, I have all these just from this year taking photos of sports and from high school, that kind of thing. I didn't even do that much because obviously school went to online. So if you are wanting to do sports and take photos of sports, start in high school. I mean, even if you're in college, a lot of times you can apply and they'll still accept you. I think it is a great way to get into sports is taking photos for yearbook in high school. I think that's a great idea. I did some of it and it just got me to where I am now. Okay, so the second part that I'm going to talk about in college is working for your newspaper. Most major big state schools and private schools have some sort of newspaper for their students, and they need photographers. They always need photographers. People are always changing out. People are graduating. They may be too busy one semester. They need photographers. That is where I'm working at right now. That's my internship, is working at the OU Daily. It's a fantastic job. I get to take photos of sports. I get to take photos of interviews, all that kind of thing, and I could potentially get paid in the future, so that's also awesome. So that is a great way also. So not only the sports, working for the sports if you don't want to do sports, if you want to just take normal photos of interviews and that kind of thing, doing newspaper or the online media thing for your school is absolutely perfect too. Okay, so going to the fourth thing is messaging small businesses that are near you and asking if they want photos. So this is Shop Fort Worth Locals. I live in Fort Worth, so this is absolutely perfect. Obviously, they clearly have a reasonable Instagram. They have great photos for it. Obviously, those are fantastic. But maybe they need more photos. Maybe they lost their photographer or anything like that. Obviously, this is going great for them. Maybe even some of these places, they just need photos for them, and messaging is a great way to get a job, or maybe making them your client. It's perfect. So I would just press message. I would message them. I'd say, hi, I'm so-and-so. I take photos. Here are a few of my photo examples. You might want to send that. You might want to send a website or a portfolio if you have one. If you don't, no big deal. Just send the photos through the DM. If they message you back, fantastic, that's great. If they don't, it's no big deal. Go to another business, message them. It's no big deal. Just keep going with it. I'm sure somebody's gonna message you back and be like, yes, we need photos to revamp our Instagram or Facebook. Facebook is also great. If they have a Facebook, usually people are more more professional on Facebook versus Instagram. Especially when it's adults working the websites, they like Facebook a lot. Facebook is what they're more comfortable with, and maybe they only have stuff on Facebook. Looking up stuff on Facebook is great also, and it works perfectly, and messaging them and potentially getting a job with them, It's perfect. Awesome. Okay, so the fifth thing that we're going to go to is more random. It's 2020 Marketing and Communications Internship. This is in Austin, Texas. I can't really apply for that because I'm in Fort Worth. So this is in Austin, and obviously I don't really want to move down to Austin. But if that's what you want to do, say you want to get an apartment and you're in college and you want to just stay there for the summer, perfect. So basically, it's an insurance company. What? You're thinking insurance company. Why would they need a photographer? Every business needs a photographer. If they're trying to promote what they're selling or what they're doing, they need a photographer kind of thing. So this one is a junior and senior level University of College thing. So that is a little bit different, but obviously, like, you can still apply for it no matter what. And there's look at all these things for marketing and photographer. You know what I mean? So they say marketing or communications, but really they're talking about photography, and a lot of times they need a photographer. So if you take photos and you're like, I have some experience doing social media because obviously you're taking photos, this is perfect for you and it'll work just fine, and applying is super easy. Do it online. I suggest highly that you make a LinkedIn. No matter what, set it up, make it the best that you can, and fill in everything. Even if you don't have that much experience, LinkedIn is perfect. If you're applying for internships or photography jobs that are for big companies or corporations or that kind of thing, you need a LinkedIn, because that's where they apply a lot. That's how they like to go through it, because it's free to make a job on there and it's free to apply on there. It's perfect. You don't have to deal with all these random websites that make you type in your email and then like you get 50 emails a day. I did that last summer and it was absolutely ridiculous and it was awful. Don't do that. LinkedIn is a great way to go. Okay, so the fifth thing that we're going to go is also on LinkedIn. It's FC Dallas Summer 2020 Internship Photography. This is perfect. If you're trying to shoot sports and you need an internship, almost every major team in the area has internships for students that are in college or maybe even high school. If you're that experienced, they need people. Every summer they need people hiring. So this is absolutely a perfect thing if you're trying to take photos of sports. I know this has been very sports heavy, but that is the thing that they're hiring internships for. Sports is what pays a lot of things, and if that's where they're hiring and you want to take photos for the summer, that is the way to go. That is absolutely the way to go. And FC Dallas is a great way. There's a lot of things on here. And then even over here, content editor, social media. Say you like taking photos, but you want to learn more about the social media. Roles is perfect for you. If you can pull that off and you can talk to them, it's perfect. It's absolutely easy and absolutely fantastic. So those are big, I would say, 5 or 6 ideas that are absolutely perfect for anybody that is wanting to apply for either a part-time job that's taking photos or an internship for the summer, whether you're a high schooler or a college student. Obviously, they're hiring a lot of college students. They want to work with somebody a little bit more mature, but obviously, if you're a high schooler and you feel like you are mature and you have the experience, absolutely apply for it. And even if you don't have the experience, apply for it. So what if you apply and get rejected? Apply for it. And, eventually you're going to get that. It'll absolutely, you can do it. I absolutely believe in you. Everybody can do this. It doesn't matter who you are. If you like taking photos and you are passionate about it, you can apply and do whatever you want. Something that I definitely forgot to mention is that a lot of these jobs, you don't have to have equipment. I did not have enough equipment when I applied to my first internship, and they had invested in equipment. A lot of the big businesses, they have the equipment and they are going to supply it to you, especially stuff like where you're taking photos of just park goers at Six Flags or something like that. They provide all the equipment. Super easy. If that's something you're worried about, don't worry about it. It is going to be fine. And if you don't have this stuff, they will most likely have it. And if you do, that is fantastic. But if you don't, figure it out and if you really get into this, then invest in that equipment, and it is totally worth it. So my honest opinion is just apply as early as you can. If you find the job or the internship and you're like, I'm going to apply for that, I want to do it, or I'm not so sure about this, if you want to take photos for the summer and you don't want to do a regular part-time job, just apply. Even if you don't think there's a chance that you're going to get it, absolutely apply. You can do it. Anybody can do it. Absolutely apply. So that's about it. I'll see you later.